UFC Fight Night, Pytho versus Izzy is just wrapped up. Well, wrapped up a little bit ago. I did pretty shit on my predictions. Here are my thoughts. I've had a little bit of time to dissect the card and rewatch some of the fights, so except for this one, didn't really watch this one. Bit of a blob decision expected. Bruna Brazil is probably on her way out, and that's saying something for women's MMA. So, yeah, this one I picked Ricky, but I think Yanez got that shit, dude. Round one was pretty close, but I thought Yanez probably got it. Ricky got round two, and then pretty much a 10-8. That big right hand at the end over Simone, and just the brutal beating he copped in that third round. That's probably a 10-8. That's why it ended up being a draw. Two judges gave it a 10-8. All of them gave him round one, which is pretty strange. So all of them gave Ricky round one. So, yeah. I don't know. Yanez, he's done well. He's recovered well. He used to be a bit of a can, but now he's back. So, yeah. This one, Navajo Sterling. This dude's good, bro. First round's looking good. Stuffing takedowns, catching kicks. Yeah, just poured it on him at the end. Very good. Casey O'Neill gets it done. I did not expect a TKO, but got a little check hook in there and then just beat her against the cage. Round one TKO over Fernandez. So, hey, that's pretty good. But yeah. And good return after a while off. So shout out Casey O'Neill. Tyrell Fortune. This one was funny. They announced Tybura as the winner originally. When I heard 30-27, I was like, okay. It's pretty shit, pretty dumb decision. And then Bruce Buffer came back and was like, there's been a mistake. Yeah, bullshit. I don't know. I don't know. Third round could have gone to Tybura. Outstruck him. He did get taken down twice, but he outstruck him very clearly. And was trying to do work on against the cage and from bottom. And he literally had 20 seconds of control time in that round. I'm going to get the striking numbers up. Excuse me. But yeah, pretty decent fight though. So I don't know. Put Tyrell against Rizvan Guniev or something. I don't know. Guniev. Yeah, that third round. I don't know. I don't know what the judges. Two of them might have given him the third round or second. I don't know. I don't know. Wasn't a bad heavyweight fight, though. This one, though, this was sick. Shout out Lance Gibson. Big. So, well, I'll explain the fight. Chase Hooper starting off well, throwing lots of kicks. Couldn't really get the takedown there. And then Lance Gibson threw it, I think it was a knee first, and then a big elbow to the side of the head, and Chase was like kind of out on the feet. So, he's like looking down. And then he gets soccer kicked in the head. It's just like, damn. And then, yeah, pretty insane from Gibson. Hooper might need a bit of time off to let that chin recover. He's been knocked out 2 times in a row now. So, yeah, but well done to Lance Gibson. Won back the Seattle crowd that was booing him at the start. So, good for him. Give him, I don't know. I was going to say Nashra, but that's probably for this next dude. I don't know. All right, this one's pretty controversial, dude. First round was pretty close. I think Tofik ended up on top in that. No, at the second round. I'm trying to remember. But pretty close first round. I think I scored it for Bahamondes, and then second round very early on, Bahamondes pretty much has him out on the feet. And then he goes up against the cage. And then Tofik grabs the cage. And he's basically out. We've seen that in the Taliesin versus Derek Lewis fight where that got waved off. And they didn't deduct points for it. Like, you deduct points for mob sub giving a low blow to Lerone without any previous low blows. So, not very consistent reffing on their part. But yeah, and then Bahamondes in the second round ended up on bottom, and then Tofik just poured it on him, giant elbow to the dome. You could just hear it. It was just like, ooh, right in front of the commentators. And then Just landed some brutal ground and pound. Like Baja Mendes by the end, his face was entirely red. The commentary for the site. Rogan would have loved it for the whole card, honestly, because a lot of calf kicks happening there. But yeah, and then third round, Baja Mendes was trying so hard to get a submission off his back, but he just never could get it. And then he ended up on top for the last 15 seconds, but couldn't do anything with it. So yeah, I had Baja Mendes. I thought he'd be a little bit better on the ground. He was definitely trying for submissions, but Tofik was just slipping out of it because there was just so much blood. That was really easy to slip out. So yeah, Tofik gets it done. Starting off with a main card, 6 finishes, sick main card. Ignore my predictions. But yeah, T-Rex, of course, round 1. He's literally seen one victory outside of round 1. 17 fights, 17 first round finishes. 18 wins, 17 first round finishes. There we go. But yeah, Herb Dean, probably a bit early for Herb Dean to stop it by Herb Dean standards, but good stoppage. Just, beat up Carl Nelson. There's something in this dude's hands. He's got to have fucking, concrete in his gloves or something. I don't know. But yeah. Mansour. That wasn't a good performance from Mansour. He's tough. He's very tough. We'll give him that. But yeah, Yasuri, he's put away 2 prospects now, which is pretty impressive. You can give him someone like a Delidze, maybe Money Marvin, maybe make the winner of Money Marvin versus Delidze fight this dude. Abus Magomedov, who else is just outside that top 15? Kevin Gastelum. I think Gastelum's already fighting though, so who was some other... I don't know, Gerald Meerfart, if you want him to get a quick finish. Yeah, just give this dude who's on that... I mean, Gerald Meerfart's not on the brink of being ranked, but... Yeah, Mansour, he's tough. He's young. He's learning a lot every fight. Just didn't check those calf kicks at the start. Rogan would have been... Thank God a lot of these fights went on a pay-per-view. Otherwise, Rogan would be glazing the entire time. He's probably just sitting at home, having a great time watching this whole fight card. But yeah. Yeah, Arosa, you fucking stink, bro. Get Juicy J out of here. Lorraine is very slow and calculated, and not a bad way of being slow, but very calculated. Just kept dropping him constantly against the cage, and got the finish. A lot of power in their hands. Cub Swanson's building up some fucking killers, dude. If someone trains with Cub Swanson, they're almost guaranteed to be a killer. Yeah. I don't know. I thought he'd be a bit of a fraud. I thought that 5-fight win streak he went on was against fucking Cans, and then he fought the Contender Series guy who's the Can as well. But yeah, got some good power in their hands at 145. Featured. How could you not have this as the featured bout? Mark Kessa, I don't really care what you did for the sport, bro. You were ranked number 6 at lightweight at one point. Congrats. But yeah, Nico Price, thank you for the sacrifice. As always, 2-10 in your last 2-8 in your last 10. Probably even 2-10 in his last 12. Let's be honest. I don't know why I picked knockout. I'm a bit retarded. But yeah, Chester gets it done in round 1 submission. Thank you, Nico Price, for the quick tap. This one, holy shit, dude. No, I'm not gonna do it. Grasso just killed Macy Barber. Rest in peace, Macy Barber. You were the future, and now you're not. I don't know, but very, very good from Alexa Grasso. Great comeback. No one expected a fucking 1-2. Just big. I think she kind of missed on that one, and then just that hook, and then the way she just jumped in to to sink the rear naked choke, even though she was already out, and then. Yeah, Macy's just like, it's probably a bit exaggerated. And then just lying on her back. She's just like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, that was horrible. That's not a woman at all. Let's move on to the main card. And how could you not have that? Actually, I'm not even mad that's the co-main event. That was pretty sick. I got it right. That's all I'm saying. Best prediction on YouTube. come at me if you want. I don't know. But yeah. First round, Izzy looks pretty good. Landing those kicks. Not really pressuring Joe though. That's kind of what they expected. Joe said he doesn't hit hard, so he waited until round 2. Izzy started letting go, and then Joe's like, all right, let's go. And then they traded some pretty big shots with each other, and then he got that takedown. He had a takedown in the first, and Izzy still won the first, even though Joe ended up on top at the end of that round. Joe, he was in that first round, he was trying to get the takedown. Didn't really get it. Izzy has very good balance on the feet and very good takedown defense. He's pretty known for that. And then second round, got that takedown, had his back, had him in full mount, and then got his back again, and then Izzy was laid out flat and just got the KO, punching side the head. Now, what does this mean for Izzy? Is Izzy washed, or is Joe Pyfer that good? I think Izzy's washed. I don't know. Anytime Izzy fights someone sub 6 foot, he dominates them. Besides Pereira he did kind of dominate Pereira in that first and second fight, but Pereira got the finish in the first fight. But yeah, Izzy, Strickland kind of broke him, but then again, Izzy was literally versing. They're not necessarily cans, but just like really short and stocky dudes like Cannonier, Vittori. Vittori's not super tall, but not super short. Cannonier. Sorry, I'm just looking at Marvin Vittori height to prove my point. But yeah, I don't know. It was impressive from Pyfer. Yeah, Vittori's about 6 foot. So, and Izzy's not done. So what's next for Izzy and what's next for Joe? Considering he's not ready for DDP or Imavov. Definitely not ready for that. So you probably put DDP against Imavov. They don't want to do Kaya versus DDP, so maybe you give him Kaya Brahalio. That's probably an interesting fight. And Brendan Allen's booked up against someone else, some unranked can. And Strickland's fighting. Kaya Brahalio. It'll be interesting. They won't put each other. You never know. But impressive from Joe. I was sort of expecting it, but I kind of expected an Izzy win. But yeah, I don't know. Izzy's whole career hasn't been fraudulent. He has always had the physical advantage over dudes like being most of the dudes who was fighting 5'10", 5'9", 5'11", like barely 6 footers. And then when he's given actual tall people, Strickland 6'1", Pereira is 6'4", Imavov's about 6'3", I think 6'4". So yeah. I don't know what's next for Izzy. Of course, he wouldn't. I thought he was going to retire, but why would you retire in Seattle? Maybe we'll get a cool New Zealand card, get Allberg, get Izzy, get Volk on there. That's probably asking a lot. Or, I don't know, he probably would fight in Japan. Get a Japan card going, get the rising guys in there. But Izzy's had a long career and has only had so few losses in literally hundreds of fights. 100, 150, I think, if you include his kickboxing career. Very, very impressive from Pyfer there. Izzy hasn't been flatlined yet, though. So he still kind of has the chin. He just, cops unanswered shots. You can't really do anything, sprawled out there. I'm yapping a bit. I'm sorry. Predictions overall were shit. Not excited for this next card. Let's be real. Moicano Duncan. Janda Robud, Tabitha Ritchie co-main. I'm excited for some Ethan Ewing. I hope Tommy McMillan gets fraud checked. He's just a fucking O'Malley clone. He's a tard. And the rest are nobodies. Holy fuck, dude. Trayshawn Gore? How the fuck is he still in the UFC, bro? That's a tough 29 alumni. Bakayev will make easy work of him. Yeah, literally the rest are fucking nobodies, bro. This is such an ass card. Is this Apex? More than likely. All right, I'll see you guys next time.